everybody. Welcome to Country Twang. I'm John Miller, and with me is Steve Jinks.
Hello, what's up, y'all?
It's good to be here again. And we've got a very special show for you here.
Yes,
We're
we do.
actually giving you a big-time preview of the CMA Music Fest that's going on Wednesday night on ABC.
Yeah, big event every single year, and it used to be called Fanfare back in the day. For you those of you who want to know what CMA Fest is, but now it's CMA Fest.
Yeah, and it's a big concert. They have a big concert in the stadium where the Titans play.
That's right.
And then during the day they have all kinds of music going on during the day down
All
at the River
down Broadway, yeah, all the way down there. And I mean, they pretty much shut down just past the Baptist Church there in Nashville. They shut it down, not the whole Baptist Church.
Well, you know, and the good thing about CMA Music Fest is it's a chance to see basically all of the country stars that are out there. I mean,
You're right.
There's probably more people that are there than aren't there.
There's definitely a lot of stars there, and stars maybe that you haven't heard from in a while. For some of you that have fans and people that hadn't had music out lately, they're still doing music. They're just not played on the radio as much. Some of those people are there.
Yeah. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give you a big-time preview of CMA Music Fest. It's airing Wednesday night on ABC, and we're going to get you started. This is some of the biggest names in country music.
Definitely.
Talking about why CMA Music Fest is so important, and we'll get you started off right here with Carrie Underwood talking about it.
I came to CMA Music Fest back when it was Fanfare twice when I was a kid. And we came up here, and I managed to see, I guess it was at the fairgrounds back then, and so it was a completely different, it was just different than it is now. Now it seems like it's just so much bigger, and more and more people are just coming from all over the place, and there's it's a lot more energy, but it's still hot. Some things don't change. It's still really hot, but it's still really fun, which is it's cool to just see it grow and see more and more people just wanting to be a part of it.
I love and look forward to walking out on this stage every night because the energy is palpable.
It's like the greatest concentration of country music fans. I mean, it is like concentrated right here. And
From everywhere.
It's really cool. It's sort of like everybody wants the same thing this week, and that's to just love music and love what we do and what we've built as a family. So, they give to us, we give to them, and it's a beautiful thing.
There is nothing like playing the CMA Music Fest. It's just one of those gigs that just stands out over any other gig the rest of the year. I kind of refer to this as like a Thanksgiving holiday for us country singers. It's like a chance to go out there and say thank you to as many country music fans as you can say thank you to at one time. And there's like 80,000 people out there in person.
It's what I live for as an artist, that moment to walk out on stage and, I've had a song out on the charts for a couple months, and the next thing you know, I get to play it in front of this crowd here and watch them react, and all the flash bulbs going off is pretty magical.
The fans that come to CMA Fest are the fans that come to the shows and make the posters or put sparkly dibs on a shirt. They're the most dedicated fans in country music. And so the meet and greets are always epic because they're the people that you see all year round, but they're all in one place, and it's so cool.
Deep down I knew that you were too good to be true. But every piece and part of me just wanted to believe in you.
Peter Pan is my favorite song on my album, and it's this song, it was so fun to show a fun, youthful, poppy side with Love Me Like You Mean It and Dibs, because that's definitely a side of me, but I started writing songs when I was 12, and I've been through relationships where I've felt things that were not just dibs and love me, so I really wanted to show that side of me, and it's been so cool to see the response so far. It's been welcomed well so far. I'm excited.
You're always gonna fly away, just because you know you can. You're never gonna learn there's no such place as Neverland. You don't understand.
I remember the first time I got to go to CMA Fest, my mom surprised me with tickets for Christmas one year. And even just waiting those few months between Christmas and CMA Fest, I just remember being so anxious and so excited. You get 30 seconds with your favorite artist, and it matters. It's important. And it's exciting for us, too, as an artist now, to be able to see those fans and just be able to thank them in person for everything that they've done that year for us.
Busy chasing stars.
And that was Kelsey Ballerini, one of the big new names in country music. And that's the cool thing. You get to see some of the bigger names in country music. You get to see a lot of the hottest names in country music.
Yeah.
All of them in one place.
Definitely. She is one of the top artists in country music now. I mean, she's become that the past few months. You can't turn on the radio without hearing her.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I was thinking about it. It's been so long since I've been to CMA Music Fest. I don't even think it was called CMA Music Fest when I went.
No, it wasn't when I was there. No.
I went twice when it was Fanfare, and I think the last time I went, they were just changing it over, and I think they were calling it CMA Fanfare or something like that.
Yeah, they changed the name of it, I think, to CMA Fanfare for 1 or 2 years. And but yeah, now it's CMA Fest. I haven't been since it's been CMA Fest.
Yeah.
Either. The last time I was there, the guy who played on My Name is Earl had this new cop. I'm telling you, he had this new cop show coming out on TNT. Seriously, it didn't last. It didn't make it past the season, I don't think. But still, they were there promoting that really heavy because they're owned by the same company as I guess CMT or something.
Yeah, you actually, you do see a lot of not only music stars, but you do see actors and actresses out
definitely.
there. And
got to meet the Cranberry guys from the the commercial where the guys are standing in the big cranberry. Those guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you can take a picture there in the cranberries, basically.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah, I know. I know you won't hear that, but yeah.
Well, besides having all these actors and actresses, you do get to see all the biggest names in country music, and they all come to Nashville for Fanfare, CMA Music Fest.
It's the biggest event of the year in Nashville. It really is.
And so let's get you started. This is some of the bigger performances that are coming up Wednesday night on ABC. This is Carrie Underwood, Jason Aldean, and Chris Stapleton.
All right.
So you don't get much bigger than that.
No, it's pretty big.
My best CMA festival, I think one thing that's really, really fun for me, I mean, the stadium, of course, is absolutely incredible, and there's just so much energy, and, like, the crowd's just crazy, and it's awesome. But we have our fan club party every year, which is really cool. I play out at the Opry usually, and I get to say hi, and they get to, some of those people have been in the fan club, been with me for, 10 years. We celebrated our 10th year this year, and it's just like, wow, been there since the beginning. So that's something that's really cool. I get to say thank you.
Having been a songwriter, I've gotten to experience going to a show and see people sing songs that I wrote that other people were singing, and that's a unique thing to sit in an audience and feel. But it's an even larger. There's no kind of drug for that, Like it's a good feeling to feel that kind of investment from someone who knows the words of a song. And it means something to them and are singing it back at you. So I get the show as much as anybody else does. So.
I might as well get stoned, get it off my mind. Ain't got a thing to do. All I got is time. The bottle's all I've had. Be a friend of mine. Since my whiskey's gone, I might as well get stoned. When the lights come on, everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, everybody's singing, every word there's a song with a girl and take it home tonight.
High energy during your show is something that just kind of came from me playing clubs, It was always one of those things where I wanted to get people's attention. It's a song that just kind of tells the story, It kind of tells the story of what it is that we do every night on stage. For me, it's more of a way to say thank you. Thank you guys for being here. I was pulling into the went in the parking lot today and looked over. Remember the first time I was here, CMA Fest, playing a little stage in the parking lot. I look across the river and there's the river stage over there that I played the next year, and then came over here to the stadium and started playing here every year since then. So, it's just, fans have been great to me over the years, and to me this was a song just to say thank you.
It's going all night long when the lights come on.
Some big stars, man.
Big stars. That's your entertainer of the year right there, Jason Aldean.
Yeah, Jason Aldean and Carrie Underwood, of course, and
Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton.
You don't get much bigger in country music right now
Not
than
right
Chris
now.
Stapleton.
No, that's for sure. I love the hat, man.
Yeah.
You brought it back.
I think that's Charlie. That's one of Charlie Daniels' old hats. It's got to be.
Got to be. Either that or Hank Jr. had a few of those too. I don't know.
It's one of the great things about CMA Music Fest is it's not just a great time to see all these big stars, but because they're all there together in Nashville, you get to see a lot of collaborations that you wouldn't normally see.
That's true.
And you get to see some of the biggest stars in country music joining each other on stage, and sometimes it's not even people that you would necessarily even put together.
Yeah.
Like in this next clip, we've got some country stars that collaborate, but we've also got cross genre collaborations.
Exactly.
When did you ever think we would mention Pharrell on this show?
And whoever thought you'd put Charlie Pride together with Adele? I never saw that coming.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Maybe next year we can get that.
We're gonna shoot for that. I'm sending my emails.
And we're gonna start off with an unusual pairing.
Okay.
This is Martina McBride.
Okay.
With Steven Tyler of Aerosmith.
Who is now
he's now a country.
Vying to be a country star.
He's trying to be a country star.
Why not?
Yeah. So anyway, here are some of the collaborations that you'll get to see at CMA Music Fest.
Coconut water. It's different for girls. Nobody said it was fair. When love disappears, they can't pretend it was never there.
I hope people sing along with me and Dierks tonight. I hope I don't mess up, but it's a beautiful feeling. It's a connection, and that's what's amazing about shows. And you can't have a show without an audience, and so it's just, it's a really beautiful, magical thing.
A guy gets drunk with his friends and he might hook up. Fast forward through the pain, push him back when the tears come up. When the going gets tough, yeah, the guys, they can just act tough. So tough, it's different for girls.
I remember the first time I went as a fan, totally had some tickets we found. I mean, we got some tickets through some friends, tailgated, went in, lived the whole experience. And then I kind of used to tell people I started over at River Stages, and I remember doing River Stages at 11 in the morning first act on river stages, and then for a couple years I would headline river stages, and then I'd look over at the stadium and be like, ooh, one day maybe I'll get to cross the Cumberland River and get to perform, certainly on the big stage. And so you never take it for granted. It was always, I remember my first acoustic performance on the big stage and just how nervous I was. And so it's just been a gradual growth through the years, and certainly to be here Sunday night closing it out, it's going to be fun. So I've already checked with some of the organizers, and I'm like, hey, if I run over on my set and I don't pull the plug. So they assured me they're not going to cut all the lights and sound off on me.
Getting red, dirt rich, and flair ever paid. Hunting, fishing, and loving, oh. I'm getting red, dirt rich, and flair ever paid. Hunting, fishing, and loving every day.
Yeah, Rascal Flatts asked if I would sing with them here at Nissan Stadium, and I've been a fan of theirs for so long. I remember loving Praying for Daylight, and so singing on stage with them now and doing sound check today was definitely crazy, because standing on that stage and looking out at how many seats there are in that stadium, it's definitely going to be the biggest crowd I've ever sung in front of. So it's exciting. It's a little nerve-wracking, but exciting.
Singing every single verse. Yeah, I guess that's my church.
Yeah, doing the song with Maren Morris tonight, my church is just, it's just a big old hit. Awesome. The guy that produced it and helped Maren write it, a real good friend of ours, Busby, and she just got such a unique voice, and her star is on the rise, and we just thought it would be a great collaboration, and she's such a sweet person, and it's gonna be phenomenal. Soundcheck was great.
And she said yes.
Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get an amen? Feels like the Holy Ghost running through you. When I play my highway FM, I find my soul revival, singing every single verse. Yeah, I guess that's my church.
And that's just another sampling of some of the performances you'll see at CMA Music Fest, ABC Wednesday night.
ABC Wednesday night. Do you have a favorite on there, John?
You know what? I actually, I don't know how you felt about it, but I really like the Maren Morris Rascal Flatts. I mean, I like her, and I like them.
Yeah.
And what about you?
I'd probably go the same route. At first I didn't like it. I was like, not because they're singing with her, but I thought it didn't sound on key or whatever. But as it went on, I liked it a lot. I liked the way it sounded.
Yeah.
I really wasn't into the Thomas Rhett, Red Eldridge thing.
Yeah, and they're actually the co-hosts of this thing.
Okay.
So
I mean, I like both of them as individual artists.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of strange. I don't know what song that is. I don't know if that's one of their, if they.
I don't want to see them
song
walking
together.
across the stage toward each other, singing to each other's eyes. I just don't want to see that. I don't think that's
It's not quite Tim McGraw and Faith Hill.
No, that's just not a good deal. Now, I mean, Merle and George in the past did some songs together, and Alan and George, different people through the years collaborated, and who knows what's going to come out of this year's CMA Fest. But I'll tell you this, you won't know if you don't watch.
Yeah, that's true. And I liked the Dierks Bentley L King. I thought that could be good.
That's
from
true.
what little bit we saw there.
Yeah,
I always prefer it whenever you get a star from another genre and you bring them over and you get them to do something country, something that is one of your songs.
Yeah,
or
you don't
a country song.
You don't see it as often as you do. They'll do a rock song or a pop song or something.
And I kind of get it. I mean, it's cool to hear, Martina McBride and Steven Tyler doing an Aerosmith song, but let's hear a little bit of the flip side of that.
I'd like to hear Pharrell do a Hank Williams song. Senior.
Exactly.
Really?
They say it's country nights to rock. Country's night to rock.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. When is it country's night to country? That's what I'd like to know.
Preach. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. I mean, I'm the same way. It seems like country always has to take the back seat.
Yes, they always have to rock.
What's up with that? Jason Aldean prefers it.
Yeah. He now, if you want country's night to rock, he's the guy put out there.
That's right.
So before we finish out the show, and we've got a music video we're going to show for you, we have a special announcement, don't we?
This just in.
Breaking news, everybody. Steve and I are working on a new show.
You serious?
Yes.
I had no idea, but I guess we are.
We are. We're working on a new show. It's called Fans Down South.
Yeah, it is, man.
Just in time for football season.
Oh, I can't stand waiting on it.
I know.
Seriously, one more month until
it's here.
it's here.
It's like 1 month away.
But our show's going to be here before that because we got to get talking about it before it gets here.
That's right. And you've already got your gear on.
I do, man. I do. I am. This is just an SEC hat I picked up on the way out. It's one of the SEC hats I have. Got many of them. So, but yeah, man, we're definitely going to be talking some football.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we got more details on the way. But it'll be we got plans to put it on TV, on the radio, and of course online.
Definitely.
And
Fans Down South. Where can they find out more information about it, John?
Well, right now we've got a Twitter page that's pretty active. Fans Down South on Twitter, and we've got a Facebook page that we're starting to get cranked out.
There's also a hotline people can call.
Yeah,
later.
and there's going to be a hotline. Actually, if you call...
you can call right now if you want to leave some message.
Call this number. Yeah, absolutely. Call this number. And if you've got a rant about college football, what you want to see happen this year, who you think's going to beat who, it's 251-281-8844. And we're going to try to get those calls, those messages on the air. So people can voice their opinion.
Interestingly enough, we already have some callers. I don't know how that happened. We've already had some call in.
I know, exactly. So it's pretty cool
crazy
how that happens.
Yeah, but you call in and give us a holler. We'll tell you more about it soon. We're excited about it. It's going to be a fun fall as we talk college football. And we won't get it all what we're going to talk about, but it's a lot. And it's going to be you involved in it.
That's right.
We can't do the show without you.
That's right. It's not going to be just a straight up sports show. It's going to be an entertaining show about the fans.
That's right.
The fans experience.
Fans Down South.
That's it. And we'll see you next time on Country Twang.